Hey, good afternoon. Wanted to catch up with everybody for a quick market minute. So it's been a moment since we last spoke, but I wanted to let you know a couple of things that we're watching, things that we're looking at, and things that we expect to have happen for the remainder of this year. The month of May was a very good month for the market. Market went up in the month of May, and we've seen the market overall still continue that volatility that we talked about the last time we got together, right? So we're still seeing some pretty sharp swings up and down. A lot of it has to do with media-related headlines and stuff like that, especially around tariffs and trade agreements. So if you noticed, as trade agreements start to get hammered out, or it looks like that there's some headway, we see the market move up. If it looks like there's something that's stalled, like we saw here recently with China, the market kind of moves down. But overall, we're still seeing strong earnings out of companies. We're still seeing good data on inflation. So inflation has not ticked up like was originally assumed it would with the tariffs and that kind of stuff. So, we'll continue to watch this stuff, but ultimately, what we expect to see have happen is I think the second half of this year, we'll start to see the market smooth out a little bit and likely continue to rise. There's a lot of good drivers in place. Consumers are still spending money. Although consumer sentiment did drop, we are still seeing consumers spend money. We're still seeing the economy grow. We're still seeing good earnings. It doesn't mean that it's all smooth sailing. It is something that we're going to keep an eye on and that kind of thing. We are in somewhat of an unknown time period. So we have not dealt with tariffs or trade agreement negotiations like this in a very, very long time. So we want to keep an eye on those things. But ultimately, as I've said before, remember, this administration and, the people in the Senate and the House have to go through re-election this next year, so they're going to want to hold that. They're going to want the economy to look as good as possible and that kind of stuff. So playing a little bit into more of the human psychology of it, rather than market data, looking just at that aspect, we can say, probably they'll hammer most of this stuff out, or at least shoot to have most of the stuff hammered out in time for midterm election cycles. So we'll see what happens, but right now the market's actually been fairly decent. We've seen a lot of good opportunities. Again, it's a great time given the volatility, because volatility works in our favor. It puts things on sale, allows us to buy good quality things at discount prices. And so what we want to do a lot of times in this situation is dollar cost average into it. So we'll buy a little bit at a time each week or each month or something along those lines, so that we don't just dive headlong into it and that kind of stuff. That allows for us to own a little bit more, and over time we should see value out of that. So we'll continue to watch all of this stuff. We'll continue to watch the new updates and new developments as they happen. We'll keep you up to date. But as it stands right now, after the initial shock of the tariffs wore off, we've seen the market bounce back up and kind of just slowly move along. And so that's a really good sign overall. Again, we're looking at this year. I would tell you that my expectations are, somewhere between high single digit, low double digit returns. But there's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of time still left in the year, so we'll keep an eye on it. But that's the expectations for right now. I wanted to catch up with you, let you know what we're looking at, what we're paying attention to, where our thoughts are at. And in the meantime, if you have questions about your account, you need help with something, or you just wanted to get in touch with us, please reach out to us. We're here to help, and we appreciate you being part of Oakcrest and allowing us to serve you. You have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.